welcome to the channel. The fly we have for today is a fun one. I don't care where you fish for bass, whether it be largemouths or smallmouths, they love crayfish if they can get them, especially the smallmouths. So today's fly is an experiment in coming up with an easy crayfish pattern. This one's easy to tie, it's very realistic looking, it's going to move just like a crayfish and float with the hook point up. So let's see how this is done. This is the fly for today, and it is a bunny fur crayfish pattern that I just think is going to be excellent this year. So here's how we tie it. We use a stinger hook. So the trouble is the fly is kind of one of those upside down ones. So I'm going to put the hook in upside down, which makes it a little easier for me to keep straight. I'll start my thread and just trim that. Okay, so I got my thread started, and we're going to do a dumbbell eye, and this is going to make it so that the weight causes the hook point to ride up. Get that back the way I want it. Bring my thread all the way down to the bottom, and I'm going to run it up on to the curve of the hook a little bit. And from there, I'm going to just put some super glue onto those eyes for durability. Lock them right in. So next thing, got some saltwater hair, which is kind of a almost monofilament product, and we're going to use that for antennas. So I'm going to put that on either side and just bind it down. And what you can do is just a little bit of thread out of the bobbin. Gives you a lot better control. So now we're going to make his claws. I'm going to go ahead and this thing's kind of curled a little bit, so I'm going to keep a piece for the tail. And I'm going to make two claw pieces that are about the same size on the leather. Right to there. It doesn't matter because real crayfish don't always have claws that are the same size. So these I'm going to bring in on the side of the hook down towards the bottom. Get one side. And I get the other side. Get that down good. And I'm just going to take and put in the actual eyes for this guy, and I like plastic dumbbell eyes, so that's going to go right there. I'm just going to take a little bit of dubbing wax bit of loose rabbit fur, and I'm just going to cover that head area. Okay, next thing, I'm going to put in the first silly leg. And I got kind of a brighter color on these guys, which I think looks great with this fly. So we're going to get that going in. And we got some olive estaz. Down about to the middle. Bring that in. And for now, I'm just going to take a couple wraps of thread to hold it there. And bring in another silly leg. Bring that down to the tail. And we're just going to bring our estaz around. Trim our estaz. Wraps to bind everything down, and a short piece. It's going to be the tail. I'm going to put in one more silly leg. And our tail comes in here. So I'm just going to bind that whole little tab down, and that's going to be the head of the fly, even though it's the tail. And we're going to whip finish that by hand. So we'll go around the one. Rabbit fur just flies everywhere. 2 and 3. Bring that. Trim that. Last thing. Just going to grab some head cement. And that's a quick crayfish pattern. And the application that I made this for is fishing largemouths under docks. You can toss that back under a dock and just, it'll jig back towards you. The weight part makes it sink, so it's going to ride hook up. And it's got the bulk and the outline of a crayfish. Neat fly, easy to make. And I'm going to make a scaled down version of this for smallmouths. The only step we got left is I just take these silly legs and make them short in the back and a little bit longer in the middle. And there it is. That's the finished fly. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe to the channel and send in any questions on the comments. I get back to each and every one. As always, thank you for watching.